Hey guys, we're back with another video for you guys today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one for the weebs. We're going to be talking about some Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris today. And Alex had a chance to go hands-on at was it at Bandai Namco offices or just like an event area?
Yeah, Bandai Namco offices. Yeah, they had a little kind of weeb showcase with a few different games, 5 different games, and some pizza. You know, anime and pizza is a great combination.
So this game, what is it? Like, what type of game is it?
So this is a more traditional RPG, because I know there have been like a ton of different Sword Art games, but this one is an RPG, like JRPG through and through. So, you know, world to explore, side quests, missions. It follows the core, or kind of, for a good chunk of it at least, it follows the canon story of Alicization. So you've kind of got that to follow through. There is obviously a new character on there as well, so that's kind of, I guess, where it branches out. But this is, yeah, like more so your traditional JRPG, so levels, moves, all the good stuff you would expect. So if RPGs are your thing, then this is probably one of the ones that you may want to pay attention to.
So it seems like from what I've read, that the story actually picks up after kind of the end of season 1 of Alicization, and it's kind of like after episode 24, and it kind of delves off and breaks off into its own thing, and it actually introduces a brand new character, right? Is that true?
Yeah, well, so the game, so I wasn't sure, so obviously I haven't seen the anime for this one. I've seen the anime for like season 1, but the new character in this one is called Medina, so I believe, I don't know whether she was in the anime, whether she's specifically for the game, but yeah, the character that is in my team, the one with like the red hair, and sort of red armor, she is the new character for this game. Okay,
that's pretty cool. I like the fact that they've actually like following the main story of the anime a bit, and then they're breaking off. I kind of always, like, even in streams, we always say, okay, cool, it'd be nice if we could have alternative and like endings to the 4 things and stuff like that, based on like what people just to explore that story and how it could be told in different ways from like the creators and stuff.
Yeah, because especially if you like the world, right? It's like it's one thing to be like, oh, you know what, I've watched the anime. Oh yeah, this fight's coming up. Like, it's cool to relive those moments. But if there's a part where you're like, oh, I can do more in this world. Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So you said that you didn't watch the anime like anymore, right? So you don't even know what's going on in the story for like the anime.
I have no idea. Yeah, because I loved season 1, but then people told me to not watch season 2 of Sword Art Online because it gets into guns, which was a bit apparently not as good. So then I just stopped.
Nah, man, I like the guns, the GGO stuff. It was actually pretty cool. There's some scenes with like Kirito where he's like reflecting bullets and stuff, and it's like he's got like a little lightsaber. It's really cool.
Maybe people just gave me bad advice. I just need to get caught up.
Yeah, it's like if you don't take it too seriously, and you'll be like, oh well, I am the massive connoisseur of all the anime in the world, and if you don't watch, I don't know, how heavy are the dumbbells that you lift, and you just don't know anime. So okay, cool. But for you to catch up on, basically the anime's gone to a point where like technology, there's like a organization that's created basically some technology that you can put your soul into the VR world now, and Kirito's gone in to kind of find this person or this AI called Alice that is being developed in this world that you put your soul in. So like these are like AI constructs that have like full-on human souls and stuff, and yeah, he's kind of stuck in that world. It's an interesting dynamic as well, and the time in that world is like a lot faster as well. So he's living years and years and years in there, while like only like an hour's passed or something like that. So it's really cool. Really? So he like grows up in that world. Nuts. Yeah.
So there's a lot more on the line.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously before, like your mind was stuck, but like now your full-on soul is stuck. So like if you, I mean, I assume it's like if you're dead in that game, you are. God.
Yeah, you can feel pain as well, which is something that you couldn't feel in like really the other one. So if you get your arm chopped off, it's peak times for you in there.
I don't know who thought it was a good idea after the fiasco of the first one. Who was like, hey, let's make a better version of this that's gonna trap people even more so. Like, surely they should have learned their lesson.
If only people in real life did the same thing.
It's true.
So like, in the demo that you played, what did you get to actually like do? What did you even get up to?
So, the demo is split into 2 different playable sections. There's one which is kind of there sort of to give you more of like an open world feel. So you kind of get dropped into this forest area. You can wander around. There's some like random mobs that you can fight. You can kind of explore wherever you want, or you can just like tap the touchpad and it basically brings up this directional line that says this is where you should be going, and it then basically leads you to a boss battle where you fight this cool wolf-looking thing. And then there's the second one, which is against this big boss lady who turns a tree into a sword, and she's super tough, right? So like I got completely destroyed by her, but I think the game takes pity on you, and then even when you lose your health, you can still fight for a bit because it basically gives you like god mode, so at least you can get a sense for it. But basically I went from defeating the wolf and be like, oh yeah, you know what, I picked this up decently well, and then every single move did like 0 to her, and I was like,
so
I shouldn't be here.
From watching your footage, that boss lady is actually Alice from the series and the TV show that you're watching, and that boss fight is actually like a representation of like, I think it's like halfway through that season when they actually fight her, and you get to see like her super move for the first time, where she actually does the, I can't remember what it's actually called, but like they've all got like a special weapon that does their thing, kind of like similar to the Bleach and like Bankais and stuff. They can like transform their weapons into like some special thing, and her one, it turns into like all these like little stars and can do stuff. It's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. In that fight, why did you find it so hard?
Well, I think it's because like, so because you only had 2 people in there. So in the previous one you had a full team of 4. But a lot of what you do, she basically like has this, I guess, impenetrable guard that blocks a lot of your hits. So clearly, because bear in mind, just to kind of like set some context, because if people are watching the gameplay, they'll be like, this guy is rubbish, right? To be clear, whenever you get playing these demos and you get dropped in the middle of the game, like if you play a game organically, you naturally progress. You know, you unlock your first moves, it teaches you about systems, and you gradually build your team and get accustomed to things. But when you go into like a demo event and you get dropped in partway through and you've got all these moves and you have no idea how they link together, so there's probably like a flow for when you fight her. Like I imagine there's probably like a guard break flow where you team up together, because obviously one of the cool systems in this is that although you are at any one time just controlling one character, you can swap between different characters on the fly, and you can either issue commands for them just to kind of so the AI does it, or you can manually take control and do it. So I guess to kind of optimally fight her, you need to be really taking advantage of that, combining your arts together, breaking her guard to then be able to sort of like do maximum damage. Because there's a couple of times in the fight where I managed to sort of break her guard and then she has like an obvious opening, and that's where I managed to get some damage in, because I think I got about half of her health down, and I didn't, because it gives you god mode, you don't inherently lose, it's just you run out of time in the demo.
Okay.
But yeah.
That was the question I was going to ask. I was like, how did you lose when you can't die? I was like, what?
Yeah, it basically got to the point where like after 10 minutes of fighting her, she still had like half her health, and I was like, I've clearly done something wrong. So I think it's probably there's probably like a guard break mechanic in that sort of particular fight that I didn't take advantage of, and I think if I did that, then I probably could have done it better.
Nice. So for like the world is open, right? I'm suspecting that it's open. Oh, no.
I think it's, I'm not 100% certain if it's completely open, like a full-on like open world game, or whether it's more so like kind of, how like JRPGs have sort of like hub open world, so like you load between like instance areas. But there's I mean, from what I was exploring that forest, it looked kind of pretty large and pretty open. There's got definitely things to look around for, and I guess if you're one of those people that likes exploring, likes doing side quests, there'll probably be things hidden around for you to go and collect and whatnot.
Oh, that sounds awesome. So like, go on.
I was saying the combat, like especially, it probably showed slightly better more so on the wolf demo, because on that one I kind of got a better feel for like switching between people, and that's where you have your general like melee hack and slash combo. You can just sort of like spam it and you just do your generic attack move. You've got like an aerial launcher move, and then you've got your tray of kind of support moves like healing stuff, as well as your tray of like attack arts. And that's where it really kind of starts coming into its own, because if you really want to sort of do it properly, what you would then do is like issue an art, and you would then either issue a command to one of your teammates, or you'd swap to one of your teammates, do another art, and then if you get the right ones, you get like synergies between them, and they can kind of combine and do big damage.
That's so cool that you can swap between teammates. Like, who did you get to like play?
So I had Kirito on my team. I had the new character Medina. I also had Asuna and the other lady, which I think you said was Alice even though I fought Alice afterwards, so it's confusing me in the story. But apparently it might have been Alice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So, and in the boss fight with against Alice, did you have the same people in your team, or did you have like?
No, in the boss fight against Alice, it was just Kirito and some other dude.
It's probably
blonde hair.
Eugeo, I think that's his name.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just two. So already I'd gone from like fighting with 4 people, being like, oh yeah, my team's got this, and then suddenly like, oh yeah, you can fight a super hard boss, and your team's cut in half. I'm like, thanks.
Ah, easy. Did you see any like cool moves that you could pull off that you like really liked, or was it just?
So I mean, they were definitely. I think against like the wolf one, like I didn't get all the names for them because obviously I was kind of just trying to like spam all the moves out and whatnot. So I didn't really get like the specific name for the arts. But I think when you link some of them together and you get like you actually kind of get like better effects because normally you just have a couple of kind of your character will do like a cool move and there'll be the associated like visual effects for it. But if you get a combination between 2 people, then it's kind of like it looks super flashy, like those sort of screen filling things almost.
Ooh, nice.
So I think once you really like get those combos down, because I think that's the important thing. It's like working out who synergizes well with someone, and obviously you then slot those moves in appropriately, and then that's how you probably start building out your team. But obviously for demo purposes, it was just like here's a tray of moves. And I think the moves were largely broken down into like one was supposed to be like a guard break move, one was potentially like a launcher, and then you had a couple of damage ones.
Okay, cool. But you enjoyed your time with the game? Do you have any like final thoughts with?
Yeah, I mean, I super enjoyed it. I mean, I it's definitely one of those ones that because having watched Sword Art Online before, and then obviously done the sort of typical thing where it's like, oh yeah, there's loads of Sword Art games out. Let me have a look at them, and like the ones in the past have not looked that great. This is one of the ones where I'm like, oh, I actually do see myself wanting to play through this one. So yeah. I mean, I'm hoping it's not going to be like a 100-hour anime game. But I definitely want to play it.
Yeah, because most of the anime games that are coming out, like in general, they just look a bit janky. This one looks like it's actually got like some investment money behind it and some like proper cool like game mechanics and stuff like that. So I'm interested to actually like. This is one of those ones where it's like the other Sword Art Online games like and stuff I would just like stay away from, but for this one specifically, I'm like, actually, I do want to pick this up and try it out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe as well. There's the little bell notification so that you can actually get notified for when the videos go live. We're going to have a bunch of different videos on the channel for you guys in the next like couple of days for like anime and stuff, and I'm going to be playing some Escape from Tarkov, going to be playing a bunch of different things, and obviously you can catch me on stream at twitch.tv/269. There will be some more gameplay uploaded to the main channel, right, Alex? On Art Gaming.
Got some One Piece stuff, some My Hero stuff, some One Punch Man stuff. So yeah,
anime Central. Goodness. So yeah, there'll be a bunch of stuff there for you guys to test out. And don't worry, I will get back into like Star Citizen soon for you guys. But other than that, guys, peace out, laters.
Bye bye.